We're all running hot. Video picks. We are 22 wins, 8 losses, up 12.96 units. It's a glorious start. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen, available exclusively on odds.com. All right, let's move into Pelicans. Suns is next up here. Suns sitting as 3-point favorites. That's moved to 3.5 at the indicator books. This total sitting at 223. It did open at 222. Pelicans 2-1, 101 on the road. At the Suns 2-1, 1-0 at home. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. Pelicans 23rd in pace, 100.67 possessions a game. Suns 19th in pace at 101.67 possessions a game. That was something I expected from the Suns. The Pelicans slowing down is something that has surprised me. And Lonzo Ball averaging, 4.3 assists per game has surprised me. If you look at just the pace of these two teams, you would want to hammer this under. That's opened at 222 and it's moved up to 223. So I don't know how much we should trust this early season pace scenario. Pelicans coming off 98-95 win at home over the Spurs on Sunday. The Spurs are putting up massive points against everybody else. Not here. The Pelicans are allowing 101.7 points per game, averaging just 21 assists per game. Brandon Ingram, excellent, 26.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, 6.7 assists. Suns are playing their third game in 4 days. We know what that means from a betting perspective. They won the second half of a road back-to-back 116-100 at Sacramento. They have 5 players averaging double digits, led by Booker's 22.7, Chris Paul averaging 12.7 points, 9 and 0.7 assists, and Cameron Johnson taking a nice step forward this year, second year in the league, averaging 14.7 points per game. Here we go. Dutch Boy Fresh, Pelicans Suns, take it away.
Okay, so this game I actually am really intrigued to watch. I've got a lot of questions about how good is Phoenix, and about the Pelicans. I like the Pelicans. I like what I see from Ingram. Zion is, here or there, and Lonzo's so streaky. It's just hard for me to back them because they can either be really good or really bad. And that's pretty much Lonzo's. That's him. He's either great or complete shit. So I want to watch this game, and maybe I think this is a great play. In play game. See where you're at. I would lean the home team. But just to me, it's a lot of question marks. I do think there's some good value when I look into the prop market here. Now this is a little bit off of what you like to look in, Jimmy. Coming off a bad game, but he's actually coming off 2 bad games, and it's going to be JJ Redick. Now the last game he had coming off 19 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, and 0 of 6 from 3. He did have 8 points the game before. Didn't shoot horribly, I believe. But the first game he had 23. He's coming off of two subpar games and 1 really bad game. Now in the 2 matchups that he did play last year against Phoenix, he's averaged 20. He had 26 in each game. So he likes playing against Phoenix, and he's stroking it. Like I mentioned, he had 23 in game 1. I'm gonna go ahead and look for him to bounce back big here and find that corner 3 and start attacking a little bit more. Because like I mentioned, the one thing about the Pelicans for me is they have all the talent in the world, but they don't have shooting. JJ has to be on the court to spread it for Zion and Ingram, especially for Zion. So he has to get his minutes. I mean, he's averaging 24 minutes a game, 11 points with 2 really bad games. What's the prop market looking like for JJ, my man?
They haven't opened them up.
Okay.
FanDuel has not opened them up, but
I will. It should be right around 12 and a half, I would think.
I would think so, yeah.
And we'll definitely fire on that. I mean, JJ is getting us 16 to 18 points.
I think that's a great look. So we'll find out as soon as that's available. We'll connect in the morning. Let's go over to Wham Bam's spot here. Pelican Suns, take it away.
Yeah, like you said, Jimmy, these both 2 teams, they're very great defensively and towards the pace. They've been slow. Top four team in defensive rating the last 3 games for NOLA, and the Suns top 3 defensive rating. They've been slowing it down, but as far as this team man goes, I honestly think it's going to be a matchup nightmare for on both ends. On the offensive end, I think as far as Zion and Ingram, those 2 pairing, and if you could get something out of Lonzo, like you said, Dutch, the guy is so streaky. His last 2 games, he's shooting 23% from 3, looking terrible, bro. And it's all 13 shots. Like one time, one of them I had a over 2.5 threes for him. Didn't even get close to that shit. He got close. He got to 2, but he didn't get and he got him early too in the first half. I thought it was a casher. Couldn't even
They
call
let
it,
him
man.
shoot though, so you know if
And
he
they
gets
let
hot.
him shoot, man. So it's one of those things that I honestly I don't have any like faith in their offense being set properly against this defense that's allowing opponents actually the number one in the allowing opponents per assist per game in the Suns in this short season. So it's a small sample size, but as far as these things being magnified and having a great coach for like Monty Williams, this could be something that goes long term because they already got great defenders. Aiden just going to get better. Mikal Bridges, he's only going to get better. And like you said, Cam Johnson, I think he had 27 points today or something around there. If he starts to click, he's one of those sneaky guys, just like Christian Wood came out of nowhere. He could come out of nowhere just like that. So I look at this Suns team as legit, but are they legit enough to beat this nicely bunch of talent baby Laker team? I don't know, bro. So I'm going to low-key stay off of it, but honestly, I'm honestly leaning Nola in this spot just because I think they have just a little bit more of a matchup problem for them. And if Chris Paul isn't having a great game, you got to really rely on, I feel like, those other two young talents. And if they haven't really been proven as of yet. So I'm low-key kind of off this game, to be honest with you guys. But if I was to do anything, it's going to be leaning Nola, and I'm going to take the points there.
And it's 3 or 3.5. I watched the Pelicans completely take apart the Raptors in the second half of that opening game, and then I've seen the Raptors just look terrible against the Spurs. So I'm not entirely sure what that means, and I need to see more of the Suns with Chris Paul in charge. So I don't feel comfortable looking for an edge, although I do think Dutch's look on JJ Redick makes sense because Redick played with so much passion in that Raptors game. So obviously he's nonplussed and having a couple bad games. So we'll see if we can pull that up for Dutch.